Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and today I am here with a video on one of the best range training methods in the game. So, this is going to be a method that pretty much combines all three things that you're looking for within a method of training a skill. The first one being AFK. This is extremely AFK. It can be more AFK if you want to pay a little bit more, but I'll go into that later. Also on top of that, it is profitable. It's, pretty decent profit. It's about 1 to 2 GP per XP in there somewhere, so it's nothing too much, but it is good for, how fast it is. And speaking of how fast it is, you end up getting about 100k plus XP an hour depending on your level. I was getting 105k. That was at 93 range though, so I mean obviously if you go down, but you should be above 90k I would imagine for most levels, so it's very, very close. So pretty much what we're going to be doing today is Nightmare Zone. So I'm going to go into the different types of armor setups that you can go and do. So for the inventory setup, you're going to want full void. 42 defense for the void, nothing too much. You need 75 range for this method, which I haven't already stated, but I apologize for that. 75 range for the blowpipe. You need Afk Accumulator, Necklace of Anguish, Pegasian Boots, Archer's Ring Eye. You don't need anything else except really an Afk Accumulator and a blowpipe. This is all substituted. You could also do this. This is probably a setup that I would advise for a lot lower range levels. The higher your range level, the more likely you are to hit, and therefore Void is more helpful. But at lower range levels, you're going to want stuff that gives you a higher range bonus. As you can see, with the Armadillo, I'm getting 182, and with Void, I get 107. Also, with the Armadillo, it helps more for the prayer method I'm going to show you guys as well. So that's two things to consider. So basically, with this, obviously, if you're lower range than like 90, you might not have this sort of setup. So obviously, just replace all of the Armadillo spots with Ceradomin. A good backup for the Necklace of Anguish is either a Fury or a Glory. Pegasian Boots, you got Snakeskin Boots, or you can take D'Hide Boots, and Archer's Ring, there really is no backup, so yeah, it is what it is. So I'm going to go and kind of show you guys how you would want to do this. Alright, so this is going to be the more AFK method. So with this one, you are bringing prayer potions. You actually do not need a rock cake, so I would recommend taking another overload. I don't have another one in my bank, so just let's pretend. Let's play pretend and think that that's an overload. But what you're going to want to do is take about 7 to 8 overloads and then the rest prayer potions. If you have a really low prayer level, personally I'm 90. If you have really low level, like maybe like 50 or so, you might want to, almost take probably, I would say, 5 overloads and then the rest prayer potions, but yeah. So basically this is a method that whenever you go into Nightmare Zone, you will just be praying melee. You kind of want something that gives you a little more prayer bonus. That's why I go for the non-void setup. But if you find that one works better for you, then go ahead and use that. But this one is so that pretty much you only have to go and re-pray about once every 4 or 5 minutes. The rock cake method, you can. Alright, so this is where it's a little different. You can be AFK longer, however, it will be a lot more inefficient as you will go up in HP and eventually you'll be taking in a ton of damage and just kind of siphoning through the absorption potions, so just take that into mind, or take that into account whenever doing this. So this is what I like to go for just because it's more AFK. However, we will now go into the other method. Alright, for this method you are going to need Absorption Potions, which you can buy here in the shop. I'm just going to go ahead and restock my entire thing. Hopefully, I think that restocks it. Yes, it does. So you're just going to want to buy Absorption Potions, come over here, you do the same thing with the overloads, and just take an inventory full of absorptions. So, once here, I'm going to kind of demonstrate how to use this method if you guys don't already know. A lot of people do because it's very popular with DH, but I'm just going to show it just in case. To get started, you're going to want to go over to the Onion guy, go and do a Rumble hard mode, except to pay 26k to him, it's not too bad, and then go ahead, drink the potion. Then from there, I'm going to pop the requirements for these like monsters up on the screen now. So you have Count Draenor, you also have Tree Spirit, Khazard Warlord, Bouncer, and Black Demon. So those are the 5 that you're going to want to have. If you know of any that are easier, these are personally the ones that I rock with, but there may be a couple that I may be missing. The more monsters that you can get in, the more points you get per hour. So if you know a couple that could be like pretty easy, if you want to get more points, add more monsters pretty much. I mean, that's one way you can go about it. Personally, this works for me and it's really nice. Alright, so basically what you want to do whenever you get into Nightmare Zone is you're going to want to guzzle your rock cake down until you get to about 50 HP. Then from there, or 51 HP, make sure you're at 51. If you go to 50, you'll die and get kicked out. You don't want that. So guzzle and eat down to 51, do it very meticulously, and then just drink your overload, then you'll be down to 1 HP. The greatness about 1 HP is that the max damage any monster can do on you is a 1, thus making it so your absorption potions last forever. It is such a great method, and this is why I highly recommend this method as well, and it's just like, it's so efficient. It's honestly just great. So, I'm going to go and kind of give you guys a little more stats. Also make sure to guzzle your rock cake every time you go to 2 HP. You can leave for a longer period of time if you want, but just know you'll be less efficient. So now I'm going to go into kind of some relative stats for this video. So, we'll start by saying that, pretty much the obvious I've already stated. With this method, you get 100k range XP an hour. That ends up being about 33 HP, or 33k HP XP per hour, so 133k total, which is pretty good. Also, on top of that, you will be using about 1900 scales an hour and 750 darts. Personally, I use Mithril, so the total between those two comes out to 267k. Not too bad. Also, on top of that, you can use prayer potions, like I had my method earlier. If you use prayer potions, it'll be about 66k per hour to do that, which isn't too shabby. I mean, it's not a whole lot. If you're just protecting melee, obviously. So from there, you end up using about 267k, as I said, per hour. Also, with the points that you get in Nightmare Zone, you end up getting about 320k points. So you're obviously going to spend these all on herb boxes, and with herb boxes, I kind of had to go and find a sample of these on YouTube, so I used Alcan's video. He opened up 1.9k herb boxes, which is a huge sample size, and then I went and found the prices of all of these herbs now, and what I was able to find, I'll pop it up on screen now, is that you end up spending 9.5k points per box, and each box yields about 12.5k total, which means that each point is realistically worth 1.31 GP, which means in an average trip, realistically, where I am here for about 3 hours, and I get 960k points, I end up making 1.3 mil back, which isn't too bad at all. So, your overall GP per hour that you end up spending is 267k, but theoretically, if you could buy all the boxes back after that hour, you would end up making back 420k. Just plays. Anyways, so you end up yielding, I think, about 13k if I did the math right. Nope. Alright, so each hour you end up making back pretty much 153k, you end up profiting 153k, which is really good. So it's definitely something that's profitable and really nice to do. So, I know this isn't realistic for everyone because everyone might not have the amount of money that it takes as far in regards to scales and darts to be able to get 99 and then buy all the boxes. So if you want to come here daily and just, use your scales and darts and then buy the herb boxes each day, you can come here and get 25 minutes worth of range XP, which is pretty much a profitable and AFK around 40 to 45k range XP a day, which is really nice. So you can do it that way if you want. From what I found, though, it will take you a lot of days. Just realize this, it'll take you a lot of days to go ahead and finish all of these boxes. 279 to be exact, but I'll go into kind of a little thing later on how long that actually takes you. It is not that tedious, trust me. So, with that being said, the cost of 99 from 75 should be around 32.4 mil. Your profit ends up being around 50.3 mil, which is insane. So you end up making 18 mil. If you end up using the prayer method way, while it will be easier, you'll only end up making 10.1 mil, which isn't as good, but realistically still really good for this method. So with that being said, I'm just going to kind of go and show you guys now how quickly it does take just to go and bank all these. I'm going to time it and kind of just put it in a GB per hour perspective, and then I'll end off this video. Alright, so I just ended off my game, and what I'm going to show you guys now is how long it actually takes me to go ahead and do this. So I'm pulling up a timer right now. I'm going to pull up a stopwatch, as you guys can see. You guys see that? Yeah, stopwatch. There we go. Alright, so it takes 15 seconds to teleport here, so I'll add on 15 to whatever I end up getting, and this is where you teleport. So, go. There we go. So you just run over here to the reward chest, end up going to herb boxes, just buy 10 by 10. I have mouse keys on, so that was a little quicker than maybe for you guys. Then you go bank, wait for one to bank, and then, yeah, as soon as the other one banks on top, you bank, and it's just really insanely quick. It's not too bad at all, and boom, we're done. Now I'll run to the bank just to kind of show you guys, and There it is. So that took me 21 seconds on top of the 15 I believe that it takes to teleport. So I did a teleport to home just to show you guys like how long it actually takes, and there we go. So 36.82 seconds. It's not too bad, and I'm going to kind of show you guys how long that you have to do that now. So, as I said earlier, it takes you 279 days to go ahead and do this. If you put 37, we'll say 37 seconds a day times 272, that's how many seconds you'll be here. Divide that by 60, that's how many minutes you'll be doing this. Divide that by 60, and that's how many hours you'll be doing this. So it will realistically take you about 2 hours and 47-ish minutes. It's like 2 hours, 45 minutes to do all this. And as I said earlier, the amount of money that you'll be getting back from this is over 50 mil. Which means, realistically, in that 2.5 or almost 3 hours, you're getting 50 mil in cash. But as far as profit goes, you are still making 18 mil, which means you're making over 6 mil an hour just getting your daily herb boxes. So it's definitely worth doing. I hope that that was kind of an example for you guys. I thought it was really fascinating. That's like the best method in the game as far as like doing it daily probably. But yeah, nonetheless, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hope this video was really informative. Hope it was everything you wanted to be and more. I had fun making it. I always love doing stuff with statistics and just finding different things in the game and like how profitable stuff is. But yeah, so it was fun for me to make. I enjoy this method. I will be putting this to use as I recently just got 99 attack, strength, defense, and HP. So I want to finish it off and get these 3 as well. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like. If you guys have anything you want to tell me about, just tell me about it down below in the comments. Also join 07 Helpers if you want. I'll be chilling in here. You can follow Twitter. That's in the description. Also hit the sub button. Be informed as soon as I go, or as soon as I have videos up in the future. Almost plugged my Twitch. But nonetheless, hope you guys have a wonderful day and peace.